Raise your hand if you were still practicing at this time last year. One man lifted his hand, and in that moment, the entire Patriots locker room understood exactly how fragile this opportunity really is. Because this wasn't just a motivational speech. This was Mike Vrabel quietly drawing a line between teams that talk about winning and teams that are still standing when January gets uncomfortable. Here's why this moment matters, and why what Drake Maye just revealed could define the New England Patriots' postseason fate. While most of the NFL has already turned its attention to off-season plans, mock drafts, and vacation schedules, 8 teams are still grinding through bruises, film sessions, and pressure-packed practices. 24 teams are done. 8 are not. And Mike Vrabel made sure every single Patriot felt that reality before they ever stepped onto the practice field. Drake Maye didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't dress it up. He simply told the truth. When Vrabel asked who was still practicing at this time last year, only Milton Williams raised his hand. A defensive tackle who had just come off a Super Bowl win with the Philadelphia Eagles. A player who knows exactly how rare, how fleeting, and how ruthless this stage can be. That silence in the locker room wasn't awkward. It was loud, because it forced every player to confront the same question. Are you treating this like something guaranteed, or something you might never touch again? This is the psychological edge Mike Vrabel has quietly injected into a Patriots team that, just 1 year ago, wasn't even part of the postseason conversation. Think about how fast this turnaround happened. New England went from irrelevant to dangerous in 1 season. 14 wins, a 10-game improvement, a playoff victory for the first time in 7 years. And now, a divisional round matchup against one of the most physically violent defenses in the NFL. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens when culture changes before talent fully arrives. Drake Maye is the perfect example of that shift. Last year at this time, his rookie season was already over. 4 wins, growing pains, questions about development, doubts about whether he could truly carry a franchise under pressure. Fast forward 12 months, and he's 2 wins away from the same stage Milton Williams stood on when confetti fell from the sky. And the scary part is, Maye hasn't even played a clean playoff game yet. Against the Chargers, he threw an interception. He lost a fumble. 2 mistakes that could have flipped momentum instantly. But they didn't, because this Patriots team didn't panic. The defense held. The Chargers failed to capitalize. And Maye responded the way elite quarterbacks do. By staying aggressive, staying composed, and staying in control. 17 completions, 268 passing yards, 66 rushing yards. In his first career playoff start. Under the lights, in a stadium that knows exactly what playoff pressure feels like. This wasn't a perfect performance. It was something better. It was proof of resilience. And resilience is exactly what Mike Vrabel is trying to hardwire into this roster. Vrabel understands something many coaches don't. Motivation isn't about volume. It's about timing. That one question he asked wasn't designed to hype anyone up. It was designed to make everyone uncomfortable. To remind them that this opportunity doesn't care about contracts, hype, or expectations. It only cares about who's still standing. Milton Williams raising his hand wasn't just symbolic. It was instructional. He is living proof that January football is earned, not inherited. He knows what it takes to survive the physical grind, the mental exhaustion, and the emotional swings that come with playoff football. And now, he's in a locker room filled with players experiencing this stage for the first time. That matters more than most fans realize. Because playoff football isn't faster. It's heavier. Every mistake weighs more. Every hit lingers longer. Every decision feels permanent. And the teams that survive are the ones who don't blink when things go wrong. Mike Vrabel has been here before. As a player, as a coach, as someone who understands that toughness isn't yelling. It's clarity. That clarity is exactly what the Patriots will need against the Houston Texans. Because Houston is not a feel-good underdog story anymore. They are a problem. A violent, opportunistic, momentum-stealing problem. Vrabel didn't hesitate to acknowledge it. He called out their talent, their scheme, their effort, and most importantly, their relentlessness. If they get blocked, they don't stay blocked long. That sentence alone should make Patriots fans nervous. The Texans' defense just proved what they're capable of against Pittsburgh. One sack fumble by Will Anderson Jr. changed the entire game. Sheldon Rankins didn't just recover it. He took it 33 yards to the house. Momentum flipped instantly. Then came the interception. Kalen Bullock, 50 yards, touchdown. Game over. That wasn't luck. That was preparation meeting opportunity. Houston's defense doesn't wait for offenses to make mistakes. They force them. They hunt the football. They attack the edges. They play with a controlled aggression that turns small cracks into catastrophic failures. And that's where Drake Maye's growth will be tested the most. Because penetrating defenses in the regular season is one thing. Doing it against a playoff defense that thrives on chaos is another. Maye has been one of the highest-ranked quarterbacks in the league this season for a reason. His ability to extend plays, read coverage on the move, and punish defenses that overcommit has been elite. But the Texans don't overcommit. They bait. They disguise. They punish hesitation. This is the most dangerous test of Maye's young career. And Mike Vrabel knows it. That's why the locker room message wasn't about Houston. It was about perspective. 24 teams are home. 8 are still working. That simple truth reframes everything. It removes fear. It replaces pressure with gratitude. And it forces players to understand that every snap is a privilege. Vrabel isn't promising a Super Bowl. He's demanding presence, attention to detail, respect for the moment. Because when teams lose in January, it's rarely because they weren't talented enough. It's because they weren't mentally prepared for how thin the margin really is. The Patriots are walking into a collision course. A young quarterback against a ferocious defense. A rebuilt roster against a team that thrives on disrupting rhythm. A franchise rediscovering its identity against one that believes its window is wide open. And the outcome will come down to one question. Which team treats this opportunity like it might be their last? Drake Maye's comments tell us everything we need to know about how New England is approaching it. He didn't talk about stats. He didn't talk about matchups. He talked about perspective, about being one of 8, about not taking this moment for granted. That's leadership, and it's happening earlier than expected. Because when your quarterback understands the weight of January, the locker room follows. Milton Williams understands it. Mike Vrabel lives it. And now, Drake Maye is learning it in real time. This isn't just another playoff game. This is a measuring stick. For Maye, for Vrabel, for a Patriots team trying to prove that this resurgence isn't a fluke. And when that ball is kicked off against Houston, the echoes of that locker room question will still be there. Who's still practicing? Who's still fighting? Who's still standing? Now here's the question for you. And this is where I want to hear from the NFL tactics community. Did Mike Vrabel's message give the Patriots the mental edge they need to survive Houston's defense? Or is this Texans team about to deliver a brutal reality check? Drop your take in the comments, because this matchup isn't just about talent. It's about mindset. And January football always exposes the truth.